All right, guys, we back with another video, man. It's your boy Rock the Water God, and we got some craziness going on again. Okay, Republican, all right, arrested in shooting targeting New Mexico Democrats. So we already know it was a lot of pressure with animosity against Republicans and Democrats. But now we seeing that it's getting too real. Okay, so let's get into this, guys. Here we got a fella named Mr. Payne. I'm gonna get to his real name, but the authorities in Albuquerque said that Solomon Pena, who lost his bid for the state house seat in November, was behind a series of recent shootings targeting elected officials. So it says here that the authorities in Albuquerque said on Monday that a former Republican candidate who lost his bid for a state house seat in November had been arrested in connection with a series of recent shootings at the homes of Democrat officials. All right, so let's stop it there. This sounds like, and I want you guys to read this article in its entirety. It's the New York Times, but it sounds like, you know, he supports Donald Trump, and he didn't like the outcome of him not being elected. So he decided to take it out on people that was Democrats. Okay, so I mean, real weird, but let's go into more. It says Chief Harold Medina of Albuquerque Police Department said at a news press conference that the former candidate Solomon Pena was the mastermind behind a conspiracy in which 4 other men were paid to shoot at the homes of 2 county commissioners and 2 legislators. So how this all happened was Mr. Pena, 39, he lost the election on November 8th in a landslide to an incumbent Democrat, Miguel Garcia. Days later, Mr. Pena went on Twitter, expressed support for former President Donald J. Trump's 2024 presidential campaign, and to say that he had not conceded his own state house race. So it just seems weird. He seemed like he support Trump, but what you doing is very dangerous. Now, we know this is in New Mexico. This is close to Mexico, and they do, as we see with what's the big time drug dealer whose son was arrested, El Chapo, his son. We can see that they handle things a lot different over there in Mexico. Okay, they quick to get to the gunplay, and if you ain't operating, they don't care if you presidential, political. You got to go by what, you know, whatever the streets say. And I think Mr. Pena, I think he was a street dude. Okay, and why I'm gonna say that is this. Okay, it says here that it says Albuquerque Journal reported in July that if Mr. Pena were to win the state house race, he could be blocked from taking office because of a criminal record that included burglary, larceny convictions. The Journal reported that Pena had served nearly 7 years in prison after a 2008 conviction for stealing from big box stores. So, you know, this guy probably was, you know, it sounds like he probably got over here from Mexico, was already gang, you know. And now it seems like the gang is getting into politics. Okay, seems like they like, hey man, there's more money in the politics, man. But for him, he paid for me in cash and gave him the address. I don't know if he thought this was Mexico, but that was real. It wasn't smart. Now this is how they got caught. All right, shell casings found at Mr. Lopez's home matched a handgun that was confiscated after a traffic stop just 40 minutes after the shooting, the police said. The driver, Jose Trujillo, had an unrelated felony arrest warrant, the police said. The car, they said, was registered to Mr. Pena. So not only that, he letting them drive his cars at the shooting scene wherever he's sending them to shoot at. That's another, again, let's say Mexico. The recent shootings in New Mexico began on December 4th when someone fired 8 rounds into the home of Adrian Barboa, a Bernalillo County commissioner, according to the Albuquerque police. On December 8th, shots were fired at the home of State Representative Javier Martinez. 3 days later, on December 11th, a shooting targeting the home of another Bernalillo County Commissioner, Debbie O'Malley. Then came the shooting at Miss Lopez's house in early January. So this guy is just, I don't know what he thought he was going to get by doing that. But obviously, we seeing that it's getting more violent in politics. So what I think is going to happen is it's going to get worse, because it just seems like it's more and more since it just January 6th. I think a lot of people are they get into their emotions when they lose. They starting to blame it on corruption. He's saying, hey man, if I lose, this whole thing is corrupt. So, but send some hits out on the Democratic Party. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about this. Do you think we will be having more incidents like this where it will be Republicans, pretty much Republicans and Democrats, going at each other, getting violent? Now, I can say that I haven't heard too much on Democrats, doing anything violent, but I'm not watching everything what everybody does, so I'm not the perfect person to say that. But it seems like both of the parties are they don't like each other. And it's almost like we need to have two different, it's like having two different religions in a country. It's like some believe this, some believe that. So let me know what y'all think, man. Do you think he gonna get hit with a life sentence for this? Okay, think they probably gonna deport him. He might be a U.S. citizen, but let me know what y'all think, man. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.